Alright, I'm going to turn the music down in my headphones. I'll turn it up a little so it still works to drown out all the noise in the background here. And you're probably wondering, what the hell, dude? It's supposed to be Mischief, Gold, and Piracy. And I'm like, I know, bro. But, like, life happens. And that's exactly what's going on. Life is happening hardcore. My Wednesdays are really long. I've got the weekly one page, and then I've got paid D&D, and then I've got grad school, and it's a class that I don't fucking understand. I don't know if it's the teacher. According to all the other students, it's the teacher, because nobody knows what the fuck is going on. And so it's just brain draining. Plus, I started work yesterday. Hey, chill out. And, yeah, I'm going to allow that message, because, yeah, F life. I don't understand that it was marked for hostility. Bert, dude, chill out, bro. So I figured instead, because it's on the schedule, I should at least do something. So I changed it to Mischief sans Golden Piracy. And until I can't see straight, which is probably going to be about an hour, I'm going to work on this weekly one-page adventure that I've been on all week. You can see it here in the main window. I'll shrink out. I'll back it out there. Got a bunch of really great work done since I started it on. Yes, MGP is canceled. Now it's MSGP. Because MSG is just fine for you. Mischief Sans. Hey, Legio. Hang in there, buddy. It'll get better. That's what we're telling the whole everybody today. So, if you haven't been following along, Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays now from 12 to 2 Central, I'm putting together a one-page adventure. It's going to be like a 3-page adventure in one because I'm going to do some cool layering tricks in the PDF. So I have all the room I need. It's totally fine, dude. I get it. I'm like mind wiped because started work again yesterday, which means I was up late and then up early so I could go get a COVID test and then get the kid ready for school and then do the stream and then do the paid D&D and then do grad school and now be back on stream. I just finished grad school at 8:30. It's 9:06 now. So it's cool. It's all right. No hard feelings. Totally fine. Plus Debbie's down in Texas and shit is all whack down there. And so I was like, let's just call it. We're just going to call it this week. I'll stream something, and then, everyone can come hang out and chat and see what's up. Okay, so I'm calling this the Cult Cave. It's, poor Texas. Just because, if you don't have to harden infrastructure, you don't, because it's expensive to do that shit. And so their once in a 20-year blizzard isn't enough for them to harden the infrastructure to the point where the grid can operate. But it sucks that there's a bunch of people without electricity and water and stuff like that. So if I can find a charity or something down there, maybe we'll, let's see, Texas charity, whatever, anything that gets like, nonprofits and charity. How about right now? News. Let's see what this news says. Community saves charity that provides free. I thought it said porn dresses. I was like, interesting, Texas. Interesting way to go there. It doesn't even KLUV. I think is I don't even know. All right, Caleb. North Texans keep. We're all about dress charity. Oh, so it is North Texas. Okay. Those porn dresses, man. You got to keep those charities alive. Snow plows are socialist traps to make you dependent on the government, man. Or just a really smart way to fucking clear the street when you get a foot of snow at a time like we do up here. Okay. No. Someone research a local independent charity for me down in Texas. And anything that gets cheered or whatever tonight, we'll donate to them. So, this is the Cult Cave. As a matter of fact, let's find a charity, because then I have an idea. We're going to find a charity. Texas Charity 2021. Blizzard. Charity 2021. I bet Snacks could tell us. Yeah, so charity events, no. Texas, United States charity events. Champions for charity. Like, some people need shit down there. Shit. Is Snacks around? Let's see if Snacks around. I'll see if she has an idea. Yeah, some days are rough, you know. Life is not easy. Life's not meant, I don't think life's meant to be easy. You're scratching and scrabbling for every minute of life. And we just happen to have built around us infrastructure that makes it easier. Like houses and, grocery stores and stuff like that. But then when adversity hits, we should all pull together and help each other out. And so if I'm going to find, here's what's going to happen. All proceeds from tonight's show will go to whatever Texas charity I find. And I will put up a statement that shows where the money went as soon as I find out where it's going. As soon as I find out what charity it's going to. So, the Cult Cave. It's not really a cave. I mean, it is a cave. The entrance is a cave, but then they have it all worked out. So it's the Cult of Entropic Inevitability. Their symbol is a spiral, which is representative of the path of all life in the darkness of oblivion, much like many people's day today. They offer services like, are you tired of your life? Is it really bringing you down? Come get in the what did my daughter call it? Come get in the Kool-Aid pool of doom, where we'll take your life and all your goods. Please give us your money to kill you. It's something like that. So it's called the Ascension Chamber. Oh, the Ascension Chamber is what it's called, which is going to probably be a really bad place for the PCs when they get there. And then, of course, there's been some other great stuff like, have you embraced the soul-crushing glory of our grim Lord and Master? If they like you, maybe you'll get a private audience. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So, to that end, there is an Acolyte recruitment room right here. So this is the main entrance right down here. Here's the cave entrance I was talking about. So you come in through here. We'll get to this thing in a minute. I don't know what's going on, why it looks all weird there. I'm going to have to sort that out. Oh, as a matter of fact, I'm going to sort that out right now. Or what will happen is I'll forget. So I have this grid and in the foreground, and I'm going to make a square, and I just have to make sure I make the square big enough so that I get all the stuff that I want to fix fixed. So now, hypothetically, it should just fix it. See? Fixed. Oh, now it's too big. Now I'm going to unfix that. It was slightly fixed, and now it's even worse fixed. Power is out. Oh, man, yeah. Because you guys don't get all that much snow and stuff. The East Coast is getting hit by another one, isn't they? Isn't they? Aren't they? English is hard today. Okay. I'll wait for that answer for members. So you come in here, and this is like the public area of the cult of... The Cult of Entropic Inevitability welcomes you to our tiny little underground. Oh, here, Snacks got something. Austin Area Urban League. As we continue to see unprecedented harsh weather conditions that put our housing insecure population at risk, we have launched the Love Thy Neighbor Texas campaign with the support of our fellow community-focused organizations. This is it. Perfect. The Austin Area Urban League. Holy cow. Today, we're expecting another 3 to 8 tonight. Oh, and a hailstone cracked a kitchen skylight at Chill Out's house. What the heck? Mother Nature's mad, yo. I love dropping the kids' lingo every once in a while because it probably sounds stupid coming out of my nearly 50-year-old mouth. Nature's mad. Mother Nature's mad, yo. All right, what can I do? Can I just give money here? Love thy neighbor. Please support your neighbors by providing them with shelter and other much. Yes, this. This is where all proceeds will go tonight. It is the Austin Area Urban League. It specifically supports people who are have unstable housing. What's it say? Committed to aiding in this emergency support. Together with your help, we can provide shelter, food, water, clothing, and more this week's. There we go. Tonight, that's where all of the proceeds from the show go, is there. The Austin Area Urban League down in Texas. They might want to be their own country sometimes, but we still like them anyway. Let's help those people out if we can. I'll match every donation. Yes, I'm back to work. I will double all the donations for the stream tonight. Or everything that's cheered or whatever, I will double and we will send to them. Help those people out. Because, hella, that'd be like us having like a super crazy, I don't know, like a monsoon up here, and it's like 90 degrees every day, because we don't like that. Right, so if you cheer 100, like Legio just did, I will also put in the same monetary value and we'll send it all off to them. Oh, 500 there, 6 and 100 from Legio. There we go. We're underway. I'm gonna get to work now. Don't do it, chill out, if you can't afford it, because I know that your situation is crazy too. Nobody should put themselves at jeopardy just to try to be helpful to other people. Hey, look, I know that map. Oh, you sent 200 now. Did I miss one? Oh, I see. It doubled up, one at the top and one at the bottom. I got it. I'll get a stream summary at the end, and I'll put it all together, and then I'll send it off. Yeah, I see it. Okay, so you've got the public area of the cult. For what reason? That's fine too. For whatever reason, this cult has a public audience chamber. And so there's like, food, and there's separate seating groups, because I thought maybe the groups petitioning the cult to have an audience with the Grand Master don't like each other. They don't want to sit next to each other. And then there's this symbol, this mosaic in the floor. It's there, and it's here, and it's here in the pool, the Ascension Chamber, and it's here in Acolyte housing, which reminds me I have to put Acolyte housing here just for my own purposes. And then what I'll do is I'll strip all this text out. I'll strip for bits. Is that a channel? Strip for bits? You think they'd let you do that? I mean, make the channel, not actually do it. No, here's bits. Put your clothes back on, goddammit. Okay, Acolyte housing. So the thing about Acolyte housing is, I'm gonna put this down here. Paint stripping for bits. Yes, that's what I meant. There's a symbol down here, which is the symbol of the cult. And I call it a cult because it's just that. It's also here in the temple. And if you notice, the joke that I made for parties that always go left ends up in the temple, which is going to be bad juju. What's that temple from Indiana Jones? All right, of Doom. So there's going to be that. So this is the decorating motif that's going to drive everything together. I think these rugs are probably going to have that mosaic in it, and it's just hidden really well. Oh, I didn't put a donation goal thing up. I just said anything that gets donated, any cheers or anything tonight, I will collect together, I will match to double, and then I'll send it off. Yeah, the Temple of Ultimate Peril sounds too long. I think you're like, the writers in the writer room are like, the Temple of Ultimate Peril. I like that. And the dude's like, why don't you just say Doom, bro? The Doom Bros. Now that would be a cool show. Oh no, I do have It's right here. The Return of Frederic. 7% raised. 7,300 channel points raised. It's right at the top of the channel point interface. Like, it's right above highlight my message. Return of Frederic. That's for Starcrawl. So that's still going. That's still going. Okay. So there's the Ascension Chamber. The Ascension Chamber. Please use the proper pronouns for this room. I don't know. Mobile might be different. The Ascension Chamber. And like a chamber pot, when it gets full, they just dump you out this tube to the Death Strainer. I've called it. The Death Strainer. You can see there's a corpse tangled up in it. And then they loot your bodies. That's how the cult runs. Okay, so walk in, public area, Acolyte Recruitment, cafeteria, because I realized they didn't have a place to eat, and the unionized jailers, the Gowlers and Torturers Union had a break room right here, and I was like, oh, they unionized just to get that. So I figured the Acolytes should too. So there's like a public cafeteria here. Well, publicly open, and then there's this big chamber audience and the Acolyte Recruitment. After that, everything is kind of off limits to the public, because you can see why. There's the cells, the prison cells, and the tortures. I don't know what this cult needs this room for, but it's there. There's the toilets. There's a lot of toilets. There's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then there's the bathhouse with these massive braziers and these huge 15-foot tubs, because the Grand Master does not like to bathe alone. And then, like, this whole area is lower. You see there's stairs coming down here. All right. And then there's this big chamber, which I think is going to be, like, the glory of the Grand Master. It's just going to be like statues and shit to whoever the Grand Master is. Okay, so then we come down here, and this is the Ascension Chamber. And this is kind of off the public part of the cult cave, because people are going to come and pay the cult to off them, basically, with the purple Kool-Aid of doom. And so on Monday, we had a vote on what color Death Strainer. I know, right? I like how they just flush you down a tube. You're literally like human poop, and then you get caught in a mesh thing, and they just scrape all your goods and send you on your way. Talk about shuffling off this mortal coil. Okay, so people are gonna pay them, this cult, to basically kill them. For whatever reason. I gotta fix this. That's gonna drive me crazy, this whole thing right here. It's gonna get sorted out later. Okay, and then there's gonna be, right here, there's a door. It's gonna be one of these big heavy stone doors that'll say, like, this is the end of the public part. Then you come up here, and you can walk past the armory and Acolyte housing, and you're gonna get into the Grand Master's private audience chamber. Harem and living spaces. And then there's probably going to be like a secret door right here to the Grand Master's, the Grand Walk. Ooh, I like that. The Grand Walkway. The Grand, right here. The Grand Masturbatory. Because he's called the Grand Master and Masturbator. And it's all like statues and paintings of them. The Grand Master. Oh man, it's all right. I'll see myself out. The Grand Masturbator. Death cheese grater, death pasta makers. Well, the Death Strainer will separate the water from your pasta. That's for sure. Talk about throwing out the baby with the bathwater. We're throwing out perfectly good humans with all this purple Kool-Aid. All right, the Grand Masturbatory. Did I spell that right? I did not. It's masturbator. Isn't it a U? Masturbators up to 85% off. What? That's now in my search history. Oh man, punch drunk. Definitely a little punch drunk. Come on, I want to change this. No, click. Yeah. Let me change the text. Actually, I'm gonna leave it like that. It's like it looks like a typo, but it's the Grand Master Batery, and he's just calling it funny. Don't look up masturbator on Google. I was just looking up the spelling, man. I don't think that goes against the TOS. Everybody does. Here's a great old joke. There's two types of people. There's those who masturbate it, and there's those who masturbate and acknowledge it, and liars. It's a thinking man's joke. Two types of people in the world: those who masturbate and admit it, and liars. Yeah, I should probably have a search engine open in another. Hey, you don't know, maybe Men's Wellness Aids is my sponsor for the night. Are you having problems staying rock hard for your lover? Try our new green pill. Try our new purple pill. It'll put the pep in your step. It'll take the pep from your step. Wait, it's got to be like this. Are you having problems staying rock hard for your lover? All hope is lost. Come to the cult of entropic inevitability, and we'll kill you for free. What's that tell you, chill out? The good news is I don't really use Chrome for a lot of regular surfing, and I have the extensions. Self-termination, yes. Okay, so that's the grand tour of the cult cave with newly created Grand Masturbatory. I like masturbatory. Laboratory. Masturbatory. Oh, the Grand Masturbatory. Now my phone's buzzing. My phone blew up. Did I say I'm a union steward at work? I am, and boy, let me tell you, as soon as the bosses, which is the Milwaukee Bucks basketball team, announces anything, my phone blows up and my email blows up. I can't even imagine what actual union administration is like right now, because I spent a lot of today dealing with some really simple issues. Have you seen the new Viagra ad? It's legit. A man dancing down the street, then a low voice says, warning, side effects may occur. Always see a doctor if issues occur. Well, that's very informative. Does he dance into a self-termination chamber? If you've had an erection for 4 hours or more, kill yourself. Ooh, brutal. That's harsh. It's just a joke, everybody. Don't send me to Twitch jail. Though my life would be much easier if I did not have a Twitch channel right now. It'd also be very sad. I'd be very sad. I wouldn't be able to get to make these cool maps for everybody. Okay, so what I was talking about. So the whole thing is that the weekly one-page adventure is 1 page of adventure. This is it. But through the magic of InDesign, say we'll take the Ascension Chamber down here. Through the magic of InDesign, the text of the InDesign or of the Ascension Chamber box might be like yay big, right? Can you see that? You can. That, right? And then you just make that one go away. And then you turn on like the layer for the temple. And then you turn that off. And then you turn the Acolyte Recruitment one on. And it overlaps where the Ascension Chamber text is. But then you just turn that off. And I think that's how I'm going to get away. It's going to be like 4 pages. Man, that pill could be anything. What's in that blue pill? I don't know. Ketamine? Fentanyl? If you do like the shenanigans going on here, you should certainly check out the Liching Hour. He's busy. I think he's leveling up his character for Swashbucklers tomorrow. As a matter of fact, I think all of them are. Nope, I just see him right now. Oh. Oh. Sneak peek at Swashbucklers. Sneak peek at Swashbucklers. What's going to happen tomorrow on the Swashbucklers? Find out tomorrow on the Swashbucklers. All right, enough screwing around. Enough dicking around. So, the Grandmaster has this 3-room suite here. Sweet, bro. And I feel like the private audience chamber would be the outer one because he wants to keep the harem closer, or does he put the private audience chamber in between and then people have to walk through the harem? Nope. Totally not. All right. See, now that is resolved. Okay. Got to think this stuff through. Mystery pills for the win. I want to make this like the Grotto of the Playboy Mansion. Dare I go search something else today? Ooh, what's this? This looks like a grotto. Oh yeah, it does. Okay, the private audience chamber of the Grand Master of the Cult of Entropic Inevitability. It sounds like a Terry Pratchett or Douglas Adams thing, doesn't it? The Cult of Entropic Inevitability. Yeah, they do. You get a Playboy magazine. Okay, so this is going to be the Grotto. The Grotto. And the Grotto is going to be brushed, I think. It's going to be brushed. So I'm going to shrink this down. Oh, that's perfect. That'll fill in all the features. Fill in her features. Wee-hoo, yaha. And that was the wrong thing. I actually want this one. And now it's too big again. Fill in their features. Nope. What? I should have looked at the other one, right? Oh, this will do. That's actually a little too small. That's what she said. Damn. Hey, Bert. What day is it? It's Wednesday. Oh, I missed the game yesterday. How'd the game go yesterday? You had plenty of players, I know. I had to work. We had 26 people in my site. There were 99 fans in the building. It's baby steps for the Bucks. They haven't been open for 48 weeks, so I don't know. Will this look like water? You think this will look like water? Oh, it kind of does look like water. I don't know if it's water I'd want to get into and get funky with it. I do kind of like it, though. What do you think, everybody? Here, we're going to do a poll. Poll! Oh, I can't do it in there. I got to open another window. Hold on. We're going to do a poll. One-eyed, one-legged, flying purple people eater. What do you think they're talking about in that song? One-eyed, one-legged, flying purple people eater. All the RPGs. Content producer. One-eyed, one-legged, flying. Those are the wings. Purple people eater. Curious. It better not be a sex song. That would be gross. Is that where you thought I was going? You're right, I was. That's totally where I was going. One kegged. I've never heard of one keg. Oh, you mean one leg. One eye. Well, yeah, one eye, one horn, one leg flying purple people eater. What am I doing? I am in oh, I forgot the horn. Okay. What was I going to do behind the scenes on Twitch? I was going to... Oh! A poll. Thanks. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for reminding me. / poll. I could have just entered regular chat, I think, here. Oh, the streaming light rate looks really good considering it's freezing cold out. Earlier in the day, speaking of this one-page weekly adventure, earlier in the day, Marcus Flores swung by and was inspired by my map making to go make maps of his own for the day. And so then he dropped a bunch of bits. So he's going to get the adventure. And I gave him the option, because he dropped so many bits, of what system I would stat up the cult cave for first. And I knew the answer. And he said DCC. So DCC will be system number 1. What color? Green, blue, purple, red, clear. There we go. All right. Yeah, but no, don't do it. We're gonna make it a short one. We're gonna make it a 5-minute one while I work on some other stuff. Okay, here comes the poll, which is, what color is the water of the Grandmaster's Grotto? And I don't mean it coming out of him. I mean where he has his private audiences. Because I kind of like this, but it's entirely up to y'all. Because it could totally look like this. It could totally look like this. I'm just saying. It depends how the vote goes. It depends how the vote goes. Of course. Right. Okay. While that's going on, I'm going to do some other map decoration, which is going to include very heavy stone doors for security purposes only. Security purposes only, lad. Lad, why have you got such here? Why have you got such heavy doors? Security purposes only, comrade. I don't know where I was going with that. Ooh, that is a mighty door. Look, that is now like a... Here, if I put in the square, that's a 5-foot door. That is a mighty door. It is like a vault door, though, isn't it? You are protecting the personage. The personage. You are protecting the Grand Master. And then I was thinking, like, the harem doesn't get a door. He can just walk in whenever he wants. Walk in, walk out, walk in, walk out. Do they need a door? It's a harem, right? He's paranoid, though. He thinks one of them's going to slit his neck in the night. And he should be paranoid, because he's a cult leader. So, one heavy door. Right there. Right there. Oh, I know. I had the map thing down. Right there. Zoop. Now we'll zip out. And then there's a secret door right here. There's a secret door right here. But I have not decided how I'm going to denote secret doors. I suspect they're just going to have their own thing later. Right? All right. What's going on with that poll? Purple. With 3 votes to none so far. There's got to be a couple minutes left in it. We'll let it ride. Let it ride. All right. So, I mean, that's good. I don't really have to change it. Actually, what I could do is take this in preparation, slight color darken so players won't notice it until it's mentioned. Well, I mean, that's kind of up to the judge or the GM. What I can do, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into advanced settings on this stamp, which is the outline. I'm going to like blop it way the F over. Oh, it was right there. Oh, that's so close. Oh, look at how close it is. Like right here, right here. Ah, yeah. I'm preparing for purple to win. Preparing for purple to win. Preparing for purple to propagate its propensity. All right, I'm going to turn off all the softness because I want to just fill in boop, the area I'm going to click on right now. And behold, the purple pool of Pusimicity. What the hell is that word? Pusimacity. I bet Bert knows. It is a nice shade of purple, isn't it? Is that an agreeable purple for those who have voted in the poll for purple to be the color of the Grandmaster's Grotto? The Grandmaster's green grotto is now putrescent. Pusillanimous. That's the word. I bet Bert was just typing it out and now he's like, damn it, that word's so long to type. Sorry, buddy. Pusillanimous. I don't know what it means. Anyone know what it means? Pusillanimous? Somebody look that up for me. That's where I got my podcast name from color samples. The sample is called Chill Purple. Huh. Oh, that's pusillanimicity. Pusillanimicity. Have another glass of wine, Chris, and then pass the fuck out on stream. Who will know? I don't think I could. I think I'm like punch drunk from the week already, and I don't think I could actually have run the game coherently tonight. So, good call, everybody. Good call. Making Chris take the night off. Thank you so much. Dude, shrooms. That's all I'm going to say. Like up in this corner over here. Dude, shrooms. Purple wins! Congratulations, I already did it. Thanks, everybody, for all three of you. I think it was three. Let me see. Yep, 100% purple. Purple it is. Yeah, purple people eaters. I mean, how can you have a private audience grotto if it does not have some sort of mushroom? Oh! What? I wonder what color the mushroom should be. Oh, nailed it. Did you see that? Like, I just flipped right to it. I was like, oh, yeah, this is all going to be 280. It's 280. That's the number you're looking for there, sir. Oh, except for that thing. All right, now I got to fuck tape that. No. Just no. Just no. Just no, don't. There we go. Okay. No, I just want the shrooms. I'm not drunk. I'm punch drunk. It's an expression. I mean, in boxing, if you're punch drunk, you got hit in the head too many times. I'm just overtired from the long couple days I've had. And so, look at that. Purple shrooms, purple rain. Do you think it gets so humid in the room that it does purple rain? The question is, so, for example, gluten-free vodka. Purely a marketing term because gluten is not dissolvable and therefore does not evaporate in the distillation process. Ergo, all vodka is gluten-free by nature. Unless, of course, they fuck it up in the packaging and shit. So, is the Kool-Aid purple once it evaporates and then condenses? Because if yes, then what the hell is it? Because it's not water and it's not ethanol. It must be something else. I feel like this whole room should totally be like super out of place. Like you walk in and you're like, what the fuck is going on? So we're going to get rid of the dungeon tile completely in this room. You're going to walk in and it's going to be like some crazy... No, I do not like that. I do not like that, Sam I am. What I got to do is like... Ooh, no, not that. I'm going to drop that back down to this. But I have to go into advanced and this. Yeah. Like, why does it all look junky? Look at that. Why does it all look so... I don't know. Ba, 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 ba. Green grass, or is purple grass too much purple? Or pink grass, even. Actually, I can go under that and then just fill that in. And then do the same thing like right here. Right there. You walk in and there's a weird... This is very old school D&D now. This is very old school D&D now. I think Bert will attest to this. Like, you're in this dungeon and everything is like super normal, and then you come to this one room and you're like, what the fuck is going on in here? And it's almost always like an outdoor... Oh, I'm sorry, phone. Did you think I was talking to you? What the fuck is going on? Here's what you wake up to. Duly noted. I don't know why the phone woke up. All right, so yeah, so you come into this one room. There's like almost every old school dungeon. Something happens and you're like, blah, 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 we're in this thing. And then you come upon the strangest sight. And it's like outside, inside, or underground, or whatever. And you're like, well, why? What's going on here? Here's just this little area right here. Bloop. There we go. Oh. Have I had the Crystal Head of vodka? I have not. And I do like vodka. I drink Skoll because it's cheap. Because vodka is two things: ethanol and water. And Planet Money, the podcast, did this amazing study on vodka. They took a bottle of Grey Goose. They took a bottom shelf bottle of vodka, and then they bought juice from a plant. They bought basically vodka from a plant that you would put in your own bottles, label as yours. And then they took all three of them and they sent samples to a lab. And the lab determined that the Grey Goose and the bottom shelf were like 99.5% the same. And I was like, marketing makes it... What was it originally called? Oh, Crystal Skull. Wait, Crystal Skull. I can see why Crystal Skull, because of Indiana Jones but Crystal Skulls existed before Spielberg and all that. Whatever. Okay. Are we satisfied with this purple-green Jokerish kind of thing going on in the Grandmaster's Grotto? Yes? Yes or no? Thumbs up, thumbs down. I'm going to keep working on it. There shall be no scantily clad... No, I'm lying. There's probably... Let's see. If I have scantily clad people, they're going in the grotto. Who am I joking? Oh, some plants. I totally want some plants. This looks like a good plant to have in this grotto. But not that color. How about that color? How about that color? How about that color? How about this color? No, how about this color? This color? Yes, but brighter. Okay, so there's gonna be one of them. Ooh. It's not quite the color I was hoping for. Right, the real Crystal Skulls. There you go. See, somebody knows. Oh, look, it's like these plants just fit right, like they're screaming like, put me in the grotto, put me in the grotto. Oh, that one definitely belongs in the grotto. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm saying. Don't listen to me. There's like a bank of plants like right here. It's called a privacy bank. A shrubbery. We demand a shrubbery. We are the knights who say nick, and we demand a shrubbery. We are no longer the knights who say nick. We are now the knights who say icky, icky, walla, walla, icky. I don't remember what they say after they say ni. All right. What's too nice? The plant? No, that plant is perfectly fine. That's the privacy wall. The privacy wall. It hides the shroom garden. There, that's much more pleasant. There should be refreshments. Don't you think there should be like a tray of refreshments in the privacy garden, in the Grandmaster's Grotto? Grandmaster's Grotto. We should have a well. We should have a fountain of some sort. Fountain. Oh. Got it. There should be a mosaic in the grotto because it is all about sucking your soul out of your body. What are these? Colorful bushes. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Curtains, carpet. No, it wasn't. I just thought it was funny they're called colorful bushes. I do like a colorful bush. Have you been taking blue pills? Have you tried colorful bushes? There. It's very odd. The square walls and the organic nature of the room make my OCD very angry right now. Where is... Oh, there should totally be some like big pot of burning incense. Oh, shit, that's not it. There's one that's lit up. It looks just like that and it's lit up. Ooh, let's have a glowing shrine. Like right here. But we're gonna, you know what we're gonna do with it, right? We're gonna purple it up. We're gonna purple it up. It's like right there. Oh, I know what it is. It's 280. Why didn't you tell me, guys? Why didn't you remind me it's 280? Hey, Fate Academia. Welcome back to the show. I know we're supposed to be pirating it up, but blizzards in Texas and grad school and me going back to work after 48 weeks off and a whole bunch of other stuff, stomach bugs and whatnots on the cast side of things, we decided that I would just have some Mischief without golden piracy. It's not quite as fun, but it does give me some extra time to work on this this one-page adventure that I've got going on all week, which I think is gonna, as a thing, as a show, is gonna take me more than 6 hours every week. I'm just going to have to make simpler maps. This is a very ambitious first map. But the Grandmaster's Grotto is shaping up rather nicely. So let's see here. I was looking for... Oh, I know what I was looking for. The mosaic. The mosaic. I thought that was a watercolor thing. Anyone see it? Anyone see it? Anyone see it? Nope, me neither. Okay. Oh, there it is. Yeah, well, you know, it's a rough life sometimes, and we all just have to do our best and make it through every day. And every day that doesn't kill us, you know, makes us stronger. Technically, it just makes us older. But it's good to be optimistic from time to time. All right, let's see. What kind of blending do I want in this? This? Yeah, that looks underwater. It looks under purple water, doesn't it? I think that's probably the best blending I've ever done. All right, so what is this a spiral? The cult of entropic inevitability has a symbol, which is a spiral. You can see it here in the grand design. That leads to a temple with a spiral in it. And then you see the spiral here in the public audience chamber, and here in the Acolyte Recruitment, and here in the Ascension Chamber, which is the pool of purple Kool-Aid of doom, as my daughter described it today, my 6-year-old daughter. And then here is, it's sucking the life out of the Acolytes. And now, of course, it's here in the Grandmaster's Grotto. Today I have named, tonight we have named the Grand Masturbatory. not masturbatory, it's masturbatory, which is going to be all kinds of paintings and statues and stuff of the Grand Master of the cult of entropic inevitability. And even the rugs kind of have the design. Oh, now I'm curious, like if I lay the design over the rug, will you notice it? Like how close I gotta get, like right there, but it's like turned a little bit here. Oh, dude, I just dudes and dudettes and everyone in between. It's almost like the same pattern. Do you see it? Do you see the madness? Do you see the madness? Hold on, I'll show you. Look, right. Oh, it's too big now. That is not what she said. All right, drop this down here. Boom, boom. Oh, one more. Boom. Okay, there. It's under the table. And now blend mode it into what? Where? What? Ooh. What do you think? Darker or lighter to hide this power-sucking, this life-sucking mosaic in the carpets? Difference? I don't like that one. I don't like that one. Yeah. What do y'all think about that? Tell you what, I'm going to go pour myself some wine. You all ponder if that looks good. Not even going to turn off the camera or anything. Darker, huh? Oh, wine. Cheers. Okay, do 2 votes on darker. All right, so let's ponder our options here. So I think we got to go with like, is that too dark? Like that one, you can't really see it. What about this one? Which definitely, you can definitely see it then at that point. What do you think? And then I just have to like line it up. What I have to do is use the new feature. So there's a new feature in Incarnate. If you're an Incarnate user, you can now go to Transform, which you could not do before. And you can just torque one part, one axis, basically. So I'm going to put this, so because I spun it a little bit, right? So I'm going to go 0. And then I'm going to spin the width a little bit. Because then when I spin it, I might hit right on. I'm trying to match up. Oh. The good thing is, like right next to it, there's a rug without it. Now, does it just look like a dirty rug? What do we think? Second cup of coffee. I had 2 pots of coffee earlier today. Like pour over 1 liter type jobs. I'm not sure I like that. I think it's it's this piece right here. It's this one freaking stone right there. So now I have to sort out what to do with that. So let's unspin it. It should be all janky. Oh yeah. Okay. So here it is, right? You can see it kind of lines up with the pattern on the rug a little bit, but the height needs to be stretched a little bit. Nope. Undo that. Too lazy to just retype it in. Okay, 0. Okay, so like, let's look at this thing. right? So it's got these, I'm pointing at the screen. It's got these pieces right here that look like they fit right there, yeah? So now the question is, like that, it might just be fine like that. Nope, see, it's a little too short. So I'm gonna go back to 0 and then find out where those are. Where are those? Oh, they're right there. So they're like a 45 degree. So what if it's like a 120 and 120? Fate, where are you? Where in the world? Viste Chessy. I lived in Prague for 6 years prior to returning to America and the shitstorm that it became promptly after I returned. But who knows? Maybe it's over. Here. It's probably not over. Oh, 120 is way too big. Right? Finland. It's like one of the countries I didn't make it to. Actually, I mean, the only reason I got close is because Paradox Interactive flew me out to Sweden once. So, the fjords, I like the little fiddly bits. Finland, Norway. I think I have some travel friends that I met from Finland while I was out and about couch surfing and whatnotting. Oh, that is the rug. That is not the... Maybe I just sort of... See, the rugs are already fit to the room. So what I have to get a hold of the mosaic. I think I'm putting too much effort into this. I think I'm just gonna... Because the hint of the spiral is already there, right? If you squint and drink a bottle of wine. Perfect. There, you see it there, and you see it there, and it looks close, and you're like, it must be the same thing. All right. Oh, I do like lakes and forests. Forests. Okay. All right, so the grotto is complete. Oh, there should be a door here. Actually, there is. It's right there. Should I grassy ass the I think I should grassy ass that whole area. Like the door opens and it's grass and you're like, the what? Very like B series first edition D&D. I think that's the one. Bert will correct me if I'm wrong. All right. Now, the Harem Chamber. Oh yeah, I do have friends from Finland. Suvi and what was the dude's name? Suvi and can't remember dude's name. What? I remember the woman's name and not the guy's name? Silly me. I could go to Facebook and look, but that's too much work. I'm busy, man. I'm creating here, bro. All right. I picture this as like a carpeted kind of... it's like carpeted kind of situation. Carpet. Make the same... What? Yes. Yes, I'm a very hairy woman. Yes, look at how womanly I am. I mean, I could be a female dwarf. Got the beard for it. All right, there's no carpet. Rug. No, show me the damn rug. Fine, I know there's like rugs. Oh, I know why. I know why. There. OF. Okay, let's see. This one. This one. How about a whole bunch of them? Right? Like, it's like this. It's this huge, like. Turn on the rando. It's all about the rando, not Plando. Lando. God, these rugs are really huge suddenly. Huge rugs. It's no, put the thing down. Oh, I see. It's inside the circle, so it's screwing up stuff. Huge randos. Okay, give me the. Sure, there could be two of these. All right, now I'm going to go back into there. I'm going to pull up the other rug. Randomly text me asking how long I have been taking testosterone. Yeah? You'll lead him along and be like, 60 years, bro. What about you? Rugs, simple. There can be simple rugs. Like there and here. But I'm going to send that one to the back. There should be one of these. And then on top of all this, what I'm going to layer is pillows. Pillows. Dillos. And of course, it has to show up right. Like it has to be like right there. Right. And then, why are there just two weird? I'm totally confused by these rugs suddenly. I want to go 190. I just suddenly had a craving to go to a bar and drink vodka. I don't know why. Interesting. It was like, you should be drinking you should be drinking vodka in a bar right now. It's like, no, I shouldn't. Brain. Serious, mysterious. Okay, this has got to drop down under that green one to and finish the effect. I'll go one more. Oh no, wait, you're fine. Right there. The harem room. Now, I've not specified a gender for either the Grand Master or those in the harem. And why should I? There is no reason. They can be all genders. There are 3 different bathrooms. Check this out. Look at, there's 3 different restrooms for yes, no, and other. I don't know. I'm not gonna limit their gender possibilities. According to my anthropology class that I took early in my bachelor's degree, some societies have 9 genders. So why should our society limit itself to 2? Right, the cult doesn't believe in gender. Yes, death comes to all of us, regardless of equipment. Beds. Rugs, beds, pillows, done. OF. O to go to the stamps and F to open the catalog. Oh, they gotta have a big, like, heated thing here. I'm gonna put it like right. There's 2 of them. There's gonna be one over here. And that's gotta come up. Yep, I'm gonna put it on level -1. The other one's gonna be here. Don't tip them over, because you'll burn the place to cinders. Fire hazard. Totally a fire hazard. Absolutely. What's going on? Who's pading-a-ling in my phone? Hey, all right, cool. It's just the salon. I want to put one of these in here. It says it's a big pot, but every time I see it, it looks like it's like an incense burner to me. Right? So I'm gonna like tilt it sideways. I'm definitely gonna shrink it down. It's one massive incense burner. Oh, where'd the music go? Like right there. Let's see what's going on. Oh, see, now it's fine. Okay. What's it called? A censer. A censer is a metallic thing that you burn incense in a church. Oh, you didn't think I knew that? Big pot. I think it's just called Big Pot. Mm-hmm. Empty room, black with smoke and ashes. Don't enter old blanket room. Like, what would it be? It would be like Eternal Warning, Room of Eternal Warning or something. They're like, don't put torches in rug rooms. Alright, I want a whole bunch of pillows and some beds. And I know there's some beds right here, but those aren't the beds I want. No, my friends. This magnificent bastard of a bed right here. This is what I want. But like this. Just kind of gently strewn around the room as I almost whack the microphone. Fix that in post. Oh man, that's an ugly colored bed right there now. There, that's better. Like 4 large beds. We're gonna go with 4 large beds. That's what we're gonna do. A friendly reminder from your local fire mage. Do not, and I repeat, do not put torches, freestanding torches, in rooms covered in rugs. Rugs. Alright. What am I looking for? Purple. There should be at least one purple bed right there. 95. Nice. We're going to do a thing. 95. It's good. See, and then they sleep on the beds, and the beds are touching the spiral symbol, and it also sucks their life from them. And it all gets channeled. I just had a brilliant idea. It all gets channeled to the Grand Master's chamber. So when he sleeps, he's like dropping your phone on the MFN wireless charger, right? Like this is his bed chamber, and there's almost nothing in it except for a giant mosaic. Man, I really like this. I really like this adventure. I mean, I might have wrote it, bro, but I totally love it. Oh, now I screwed it up. That's too big. Right there. Right there. Okay, now we're going to blend that to... No, I want to charge this thing up with energy. We want it to be like super... Nope. Super bright. Nope. Super bright. Nope. 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 We're getting there. We're getting there. Ooh. Ooh. This one, color dodge, everybody? Or screen? No, I think color dodge. I think color dodge is the one. Yeah? Color dodge? Thumbs up for color dodge? Totally. Thank you, Fate. Right, and then like he's gonna have like the most simple of beds, and he just lies in it and like it charges up all night. Oh, holy cow, 146 changes. I better save. Right? That's the whole thing. Like it's just everywhere. The whole system is like ley lines and magic. It is time for me to stop whatever it is I'm doing here. Pop, bed. All right. Oh, so far, I should have made a channel action or something like that. Any cheers tonight are going to the people of Texas. We have found a charity called the Austin Area Urban League. Yeah. Who are helping people. So for those that don't know or are tired of U.S. weather, Texas is frozen. It got snow, and its electricity grid failed because you don't. What I was saying earlier is if you have a blizzard once every 20 years, you don't harden the infrastructure against that type of event because hardening it is expensive. insulating all the stuff and burying the lines deep and blah, blah, blah. It costs a whole lot more money than to just have it fail for like a week. Everybody that's in the system, holy cow. You got a gift sub. That is, oh, that's right. Debbie Snacks. Debbie Snacks is in Austin, down in Texas. And so I appreciate it. Well, their power transmission system, their water pumps, there's a lot. Like if you look into it, not an opinion piece by Tucker Carlson, but if you literally look into it, the whole system failed because it was not made for 20-degree weather and a foot of snow. Yes, that guy. All right, so Fates continued the gift sub that he got originally from Snacks. I'm sorry, they, I don't know. He, them, they, she, them, they. That they got from Debbie Snacks, and since Debbie Snacks is all the way down in Austin, Texas, I will figure out how much that was worth when I get my stream thing, and I will double it, and I will donate all of it to charity. He is good. Okay, cool. Good. I just generally assume on names, and that's wrong. I mean, you know, we could call everybody they, and I do often. In writing, when I'm writing the adventures, it's generally they, and I just leave it to the judge or the DM or whatever to just determine who they are. I don't care, except for Ziggurat of the Mega Maiden, because the Acolytes are mostly dudes and the Maiden Knights are women. Power to the Maiden Knights. Okay, bed for the Grandmaster. And I said it was going to be something simple. This is a simpler. But is it this simple? Is it like super simple? And someone comes and makes it for him? And he just sleeps on this bed right smack in the center of the... That is right smack in the center. Like, is it like that? But purple? 'Cause purple? No, that's not purple. 'Cause purple. You have to figure out what the number is based on what original color. There, now it's purple. Is that like the Grandmaster's whole chamber? Does he need anything else? I mean, his domain is literally this whole freaking thing, in it. So how much stuff does he need in his room? Lube, condoms, probably not even any of that. Wine, and food, and a bed. What if no one ever goes into his... What if only he ever goes into... we only have one pronoun in Finnish. Okay. No gender stuff. Well, 1 for persons and... Oh, yeah. I get that. We refer to each other with either. That is awesome. It's like, I love, when I learned Czech, when I lived in Prague for 6 years, I found out that everything changes based on the situation. So they have, this doesn't happen in English. Like, Christopher is always Christopher in English. But then there's like Christoph, Christovie, Christofi. Oh man, and I was like, this is crazy. And then there's like cases. There's 7 cases, and then they're like, well, Russian has 7 cases too, but we only use 6. So Prague in Czech is Praha, but if you live in Czech, it's v Praze. So Praha, Praze, Pravovi. Oh man, I should drink more wine and shut up. The Grandmaster's bedroom. All right, so the Grandmaster has the whole thing is his. Literally everything in this place is his, and now it's all wired up, man. He's wired in. He's on his what did they call it? What was the company that made the wireless chargers first? It started with a Q. Quicks, quinks, quonks, quonks. That should be the gender. Everyone is a quonks. You fell asleep seeking a different language. Oh yeah? Doprodeleti vole sodelash. Proč nazeš, když mluvím moc importante no dopr, ty vole. There, how's that for confusing? Pivo prosím. Which just means beer, please. Yeah, so I have a bunch of friends who are of Latin descent, and then there's that whole Latinx thing, and they're like, don't fucking use it. I'll be mad. And I was like, right, because the language is Latino, Latina. There's no Latin X to cover everyone. And every plural is always Latinos. Unless it's specifically just women, then it's Latinas. And I was like, yes. Not getting into this argument. This is a losing argument for Americans who have lost all like gender base on nouns and such. Nouns and adjectives and whatnots. All right. He's probably going to have... It is, I agree. He's probably going to have something like to hold the clothes of his ritual position, and it's this. But purple. Oh, perfect purple. Every word in Irish has a male and female, and it's confusing. I get that. I can see how that would be confusing. That's why cases screwed me up so much in Czech, is because it just doesn't exist in English. So depending on how you're looking at something determines the ending of the word. And man, does it get intense sometimes. I'm just like, so delash, which is, what are you doing? like, ja ne vím nic, do prdele ty vole, proč nerozumím to? Like cat is cat and car is cat is cat, Kate, cat is Kate, and car is car, and lock is loch. It's Scottish, sorry. Not belittling anyone. I had a video attached to something, and it was how to say loch. So my friend Nick, who is Breaker Street. Oh man, there's stuff on all of it. Awesome. All right, my friend Nick, who did Rabid Dogs, and is Breaker Press right here, dropped this off tonight because he's a local Milwaukeean. There's a couple third-party publishers for DCC here in Milwaukee. We're one of them, Two Old Guys Games, and then there's Breaker Press, and there's somebody else in the area. Anyway, so he dropped this off. Let me flip over to this so I can see. He dropped this off. The Precipice of Corruption. And it's great stuff. It's fantastic stuff. And he's got a zine going on Zine Quest right now. Did you give me the link? No, you didn't. Zine Quest. Go buy a bunch of cool zines on for fairly cheap, right? So I played some of this with him. The Town. This is a dramatic reading of the back cover. We're going to turn this down. I'm going to turn the music down here for a minute. I want this to be suspenseful. The town of Stenard finds itself in desperate need. The crops have failed, and famine is imminent. In a bold effort to save the town, the constable sends their best hunters in search of game, treading into the forbidden lands to the west. When the hunters fail to return, a final call goes out. Will someone please help us? But only your unseemly mob of cutthroats and fortune seekers are willing to take on the task. Are you a part of the cure to the encroaching corruption, or just another symptom of it? The Precipice of Corruption is an adventure module designed for 12 to 16 zero-level characters. This adventure includes 7 detailed NPCs, 4 new monsters, 20 rumors, and more than 13 encounters mixing wilderness and dungeon exploration. The adventure ends with 6 possible adventure hooks for expanding the story into a larger campaign. Now, that is said, the art is magnificent. Look, this is like a full page thing in a standard like letter size, A4 give or take. Just this is the stuff that DCC nightmares are made of. Bart. He's local to me, so he dropped this off today. The Precipice of Corruption. It's glorious. All of his stuff is glorious. I have rabbit dogs here too, if you want to see it. I'll find it. It's right here. It's hard to lose this one on your gaming shelf. Right. So. Yeah. Even like rabid dogs is. I don't know how. I think I do know how. I think somebody in the company does the art. Michael and I neither of us are artists, but they chock stuff full. Okay, so this is the outsider, the outlier. In their zine that's on Zine Quest on Kickstarter right now, I played that class in Precipice of Corruption. And now the thing that they're putting out now has my version of that NPC as an NPC. Another 100 bits for the people of Texas. Everything that you cheer tonight, I will double, and we are sending to, I should make a shout out thing, but we are sending it to AAUL.org, which is Austin Area Urban League, so that they can provide food and lodging and clothes and heat to people in need down in Texas right now. Up in Wisconsin, we're fine. It's minus 20, whatever. Down there, 20 degrees, and, the whole system fails. Because it's a money thing. Because, as we talked about earlier, you don't spend money to harden infrastructure if you only have a freeze once every 20 years. And now the people are paying the price of corporate America. Go capitalism. So everything down there, I'll send you the statement that Snacks pulled for me this week or tonight, which says this: as we continue. Sorry, I have to say it in Texan, right? As we continue to see unprecedented and harsh weather, that's not Texan. Yeehaw, motherfucker. And harsh weather conditions that put our housing insecure population at risk. Needless to say, right, exactly that, Bart. A big city like Dallas is having blackouts for days on end and then rolling blackouts. I get it. Technically it's nobody's fault. You could point fingers, but again, the last time it happened was 20 years ago. So we're just trying to today, because we're Mischief sans gold in Piracy, because life is hard and we all needed a break today. Casting and crew, me being the crew. We've decided that, -3 in Texas, -3. That's crazy. That's got to be 50 degrees below average for the day, I'd say, give or take. Promote yourself, yo. Okay. All right. Since 1949. Whoa. All right, here comes the music again. I had turned it down so I could do a dramatic reading of the back cover of the Precipice of Corruption. The Precipice of Corruption. Okay. So we're working on the cult cave. The cult cave is almost completely mapped out. This is the Grand Master's bedroom, and he's basically just lying on magnetic charger. Because if you look under his bed, you see this logo, which is in this rug and inside the grotto and right here underneath the Acolyte housing. And every person that dies in the Ascension Chamber or stares at this rug for too long or has a public audience with him or even is in Acolyte recruitment, their life energy is sent to the Grandmaster. So now the question is, how much crap does he need in his room where nobody comes in? And if they do, why would he wouldn't, right? Now, I'm ending my own sentences. He would not need someone from the harem to come to his room. He could simply just go to the harem. Therefore, his room, super basic. Super basic. Ya basic Grandmaster. And on top of that, I'm going to take one of these out because it got too loud. There's the Grand Masturbatory, which might be my favorite part of the whole dungeon now, which is a hall filled with sculptures and busts and paintings of ye old Grand Master, who is right here. Oh, and there's 100 bits. Oh, that's 100 copper. Drink up. There we go. I have done drink up. Drink up, ya wee lads and lassies. It's getting late. Or it's early, I don't know. It's getting late here. It's 10:30. Crikey. That's a very muddled accent. It's a fantasy accent. Don't fault me for it. You wee lads and lasses. Okay. So, oh, Bart, I'm glad you're here. Was it the B series modules that, like, you're walking through a dungeon and you're like, oh, everything is very dungeony, and then you open a door and you're like, what the fuck is going on in here? And this room right here, the Grandmaster's Grotto, which is the private audience chamber, like, you walk in and you're like, why is there moss covering the floor, and what the hell is going on? Actually, it should be like right inside the door. And it should have like just like a natural edge. Oh, I just had an idea. And then every time like every time the door scrapes open, nope. It's 4:30. Yeah, see? Either you should be sleeping, or I should be sleeping, or everyone should be sleeping. Here. Like it drags across the wall there, right there. Or across the... See, now there's like little brown streaks in the... But the moss is still continuing on. So there's like... That's how the door locks into place. Like there's... type stuff. Okay. Zoosh out. Zoosh. That's the new word. Zoosh. Alright, back to the Grandmaster's room. He doesn't need crap. He owns this whole thing. Everything... all this base belong to him. So like his room can be the most basic thing as long as he's supercharging on... Oh, you ordered pirates. Pirates have taken the day off, and we are generating bits to donate to the Austin area Urban League for those who are suffering from the horrible blizzard that has happened down in Texas. The cast, me, and crew, everyone else, needed a day off. It was not a good day for society in our heads, so. No pirates today. Hence why it's Mischief sans Golden Piracy. I feel like he might have some plants. Corals? No. Plants. Yes. He might have some of these fancy plants growing around, you know, in his private chambers. Holy balls. I'm going to take that 500 bits. I'm going to double it with my own cash, and it's all going to get donated to the Austin Area Urban League, which Snacks sent us as a good place to drop some cash on, because they are helping those who have problems with stable housing down there during this unprecedented winter weather. So yeah, so now it's like 5,000, 12, 13. Somewhere between 1,500 bits that I'm going to double, and then we're going to donate that down to them. So thank you so much for your donation, Liching Hour. Hey, speaking of Liching Hour, you know who I really dig? The Liching Hour. You might find me there on Mondays playing games I have no idea what's going on in. You might find me there on Tuesdays playing games I have no idea what's going on in. You sometimes might find me on Thursdays on Goodman Games Official running a game where he might have no idea what's going on. It's all anachronism tonight. There's no pirates. Here, fine. Pirates. The theme of the night is pirates, and so I'm going to hide what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do it, and then I'm going to show you. Ooh, mysterious. Here, look at this. This is where the map that I've been working on tonight actually comes from. Is Monday, Wednesday, Friday from noon to 2 Central. I am working on a one-page adventure that then I will give freely to subscribers. Those who are live viewing, not this one. This one's all going to charity. Those who are live viewing the creation of can buy in at a discount. Otherwise, it's going to go to pay what you want at a later date. And we're going to make it in a week. Literally like 6 hours for the most part, give or take 6 hours. All right. Ooh, I found it. All right, here. With a side of pirates. I'm just going to leave it on here. I'm just going to leave it on the map until... whoa. And then her eyes lit up and she said, "That's the biggest I've ever seen." Or his eyes. I mean, you know, why limit ourselves, right? Anything is possible in the world of fantasy RPGs. Oh, and then, right, I'm going to put it right there. Okay, and then this one's going to go away. You know, like this one right here. Boom. All right, so Monday, Wednesday, Friday is actually the thing that I'm working on right now. Hey, oh my God. There's a crashed pirate ship that has invaded the map and is destroying everything in its wake. It's like even stepping on top of text. No, it's not. Look, the text is like, oh, there we go. We need a pirate flag now. I'm going to put a pirate flag on here, like F. O-F. O-F, mateys. O-F. Who's caught up on The Watch or WandaVision? We can talk all about the awesomeness that is either of those shows right now. I am all caught up. I did it over the Sunday night, Monday night? I don't know. What am I looking at? Here. Pirates. I don't have a pirate flag ready. I have to sneeze though. Zhoosh. F. WandaVision. Man. WandaVision is so great. It's like It's like the best of some recent years of comics stories wrapped up in the MCU production values. Oh no, she totally is. I think she totally is. I can see why you say that though, because in the last episode, like she gets wrapped up in it, and I started thinking, I was like, but what if she just simply lost faith? She lost faith, and she was like trying to get out, and that was too much. It just didn't work. Hey, have you seen the Grand Masturbatory? Laboratory, masturbatory. Have you seen the Grand Masturbatory that I have added to the map this week? It's literally like a walk of fame specifically for the Grand Master. Yes, it could. I love how they've interwoven so many iterations of that specific story of Vision, Scarlet Witch, and everyone around them. What if, and this is a theory that I've just developed recently, they're foreshadowing that Fantastic Four movie that they say was canceled. Like they were going to make another one. They're like, we're not going to make another one. But what if they're still going to make another one? And then Agnes/Agatha is actually a gateway from one to the other. Oh, man. Because the Franklin kids create Power Pack. Right. Well, and that's the thing, is that Wanda herself retconned a bunch of it once, and then she also retconned of anything future basically by saying no more mutants, which they've already referenced kind of in the whole thing. So when she's like no, I was like, say no more mutants. So they've done a really good job of tying it all together. I stuck with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. through the whole thing, and it was very satisfying. Some people say it went off the rails toward the end. I say it went off the rails towards the end, but because of Thanos rewriting the whole universe, and then it getting unredone, things got a little wonky. Yes. That should be a fun one. Hey, I'm gonna go teach Dungeons and Dragons at a camp this summer, and I think I need this. You all agree? I need that, but like super huge. It says it's a 1/8-inch steel CNC laser cut size, 100% welded, 25 inches in diameter, 90-pound high temp flat black paint. I need one of them. I agree. Especially having been a huge fan of that old Marvel Superheroes TSR game. Oh shit, that's what it looked like. Look at that. Super nerdification, bro. Okay. Yeah, I'm wondering how they're going to do that, right? Because I think in the original, she an astronaut and she gets her powers from being out in space, like. But now they could be like your mama. Well, it's not really your mama, is it? I like herb. All right, thanks, Chill. Thanks, Chill Out. Never would have guessed. All right, this ship has to go. It's blocking my mojo, yo. All right, so the Grandmaster's probably going to have a little more stuff in his room than just... Oh, he's got some plants. That's right, he got some plants. He should have some shrooms of doom. Lich, are you still there? I just remembered something. I have to show you. Some shrooms of doom. Oh my gosh, look how big those shrooms are. Yeah, right, because they hinted at that, like, oh, your molecular structure has been altered already. God bless Darcy. Okay, I'm going to show, hold on, Lich, I'm going to show you, as soon as I place these mushrooms and turn them purple. 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 Right there, but up 3. There we go. Okay, purple mushrooms. Did you see this, my Lich friend? The Ascension Chamber. So, there's this huge pool of purple. My daughter dubbed it Kool-Aid of Doom. Today on stream, because she was sitting next to me and she kept popping up in the window like, Dad, call it this, Dad, do this. She's like, what if? She's very Jabba the Hutt. Very Jabba the Hutt. Because this here, I was like, oh, this symbol sucks life energy from people. So this is the whole thing of the cult, is like they suck life and they feed it to the Grand Master. And she's like, Dad, what if that symbol right there opened up and dropped people into a room full of monsters? And it's like, oh my God, it's my little Huttling to be. Like, she knows all of Jabba the Hutt's tricks already. And she's 6. Okay, so the Ascension Chamber. So the Ascension Chamber is the purple Kool-Aid of death that you get stuck in. And then when there's too many bodies in the bottom, they drain it out via this tunnel and you get stuck on the Death Strainer. And then on the Death Strainer, they just loot your body. And well, they literally just take all the valuables and sometimes leave your skeleton just hanging out there on the. She loved it. She's like, Dad, there's not enough blood. And I was like, okay. So then later I was working on this area and she's like, Dad, put some blood on the floor. It's like, all right, weird kid, I will. So there's blood all over the cells in the torture. The Death Strainer, right? It's so funny. The Death Strainer. I'm gonna have to put this on there because I keep saying it. It's everybody loves that name, so the Death Strainer. There it is, folks. That's the official name right there. The Death Strainer. And then they just, toss your bodies out. And then if anything ever happens, the Grand Master can just like evaporate his way. Oh, that now I should put like a secret door here and a secret door here, and only he knows this is already a secret door right here. And he goes here and he grabs all the loot and he sneaks out this tunnel and disappears. But it's all about like taking life force from anyone who steps into the chambers. Here at Acolyte Recruitment, we believe that you want to feel the embrace of our grim dark master in hopes of once getting a final private audience. And so if you're sitting here reading the literature and staring at this mosaic, your life force is slowly drained away from you. These rugs kind of have the pattern in there, but at a 90-degree thing. And so I've decided that the waiting room for the public audience chamber is also a power conduit, as is, unfortunately, Acolyte housing. No matter what they do when they're in Acolyte housing, their souls belong to you, Grand Master. And of course, in the Ascension Chamber, because you can't have a kill pool without having sucking out their life force. Oh, and then the left, we always go left trap, the temple, it's in there as well. And then finally, in the Grandmaster's Grotto, which was like, I'm going to have a Playboy mansion kind of thing going on. And there it is. And then it's in the Harem's chamber, and all their beds are arranged around it. And then he just lays on this bed and powers up like when I drop my Samsung phone on the wireless charger. That's him. That's totally him. He's the Samsung phone on the wireless charger. So then I started looking at it and I was like, oh man, this one corner right up here is super colorful. And I was like, what? There's an old module series where it was like dungeon room, and then you open a door and it's like glowing mushroom cave, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? Why is there a glowing mushroom cave when everything else is literally square? And I thought it was really funny. That's you're like, here's the public chambers and blah blah blah, and there's and then you go here and you're like, there's a purple juice grotto, purple Kool-Aid of Doom grotto. Now, see what happened was the Gowlers and Torturers got together and they unionized, right? And so down here, because this is all a lower level here, so you'll see there's like a stairs up here and stairs down here. So this is all a lower level. They got together and they unionized. Specifically, oh yeah, maybe it was that module. But they specifically unionized to get this break room. And then I was like, wait a minute. Even the regulars don't have a break room, so I gave them a cafeteria. Is it the slave pits? Is that the one where you end up like in the Underdark and the mushrooms are glowing and shit? I'll have to look it up. But I feel like there should be a room if I'm gonna do like an old school dungeon-esque kind of thing. There should be a room where you walk in and you're like, the fuck are we? So I had jokingly said like, oh yes, these are privacy shrubs. Privacy shrubberies right here along the Grandmaster's Grotto. So, and then we had a long discussion about whether or not there should be open torches within the rug-laden, pillow-laden harem room. And then I was like, what does he have in his room? Because he doesn't really need anything at this point. He needs like some clothes to go out in when he leaves this suite to have like public audiences and stuff. And, some herbs to enjoy with his harem. And yeah, that's really it. I don't know. And now I just got to line the Grand Masturbatory with statues and whatnots. Oh, and this was done earlier today on the regular show. Bathhouse, toilets. Not enough blood, Dad. Okay, kid. I'm going to put more blood in there. Weird 6-year-old child I'm raising. She literally was like, there's not enough blood. I was like, but that's, I was like, over here, I was like, this is the jail. And she's like, yeah, there should be some blood. And I was like, she's not wrong. So there's just some random blood splats on the floor, I was jokingly going to put one like at the door, like somebody killed somebody for eating their stuff out of the refrigerator. Oh, and then I can't remember who it was earlier today was like, well, where's the water cooler? So there's a water barrel there. And then if you look in the cafeteria, there's 2 water barrels up there too. So then here, I was like, what should we put in here? And somebody in chat was like, I was like, oh, I have a torture rack. How many should there be? And someone said 6. And I was like, okay, cool. Now it's like a barber shop where everyone has their own little workspace. And then my daughter's like, cages. I'm like, okay. And blood. And I was like, okay. So she totally got into it. Her head was like if you go and watch the earlier stream, like right here, she'll pop up every once in a while and she'll be like, blood. It's great. Very much my kid. Very much my kid. Somebody even said you're raising her right. And I was like, aw, thanks. All right. So the wives, I mean the harem, it could be husbands, I guess. Husbands, wives, others. Why limit ourselves? Demand that they have a very plush accommodations. They, the harem. He, she, it, they don't care because they're the Grand Master and just suck up energy from everybody, which is representative of that. But they apparently like to bathe. And so you have to get all the way through everything. There's going to be a few more doors, like there's going to be a door there and a door there. You have to get through all these sturdy doors and then through this and then through the harem to get to the Grand Master. And then I'm going to significant concubines. Concubines of significant damage. Ooh, I like that. I'm going to write that down. Concubines of significant damage. The Harem of Doom. Because that's my daughter's favorite thing right now. Of Doom. Alright, there's the Death Strainer. This has really come along really well. I'm super pleased with this whole thing. I'm also super tired, which is why we're not playing a game right now. Oh, and it's almost 11 o'clock. I've made it 2 hours. I feel like I have achieved what I hoped to do, which was to not have a scheduled show be dead air on all the RPGs. French Toast of Doom. Cotton Ball of Doom. It always sounds better when you throw that on the end. This arrived, for those that are just showing up, this arrived in my mailbox today from Breaker Press, which is a local Milwaukee guy, Nick. It's called the Precipice of Corruption. And he kickstarted it, and he likes to drop the stuff off. It's really great, because he dropped this one off last time. Rabid Dogs. If you don't have Rabid Dogs or the Precipice of Corruption, you should look into them. He also has a Zine Quest 2, 3 Zine Quest thing going on. And I don't know. Oh, Swashbucklers. Hey, Lich, did you choose some spells that I can twist into a salty sea witch sort of thing? Zine Quest of Breaker Press. Zine Quest 3 delivers a month of indie RPGs. Yes. Oh, what is your intelligence modifier? We can do this on screen. Did you roll spells already? Because it would be D20 plus. Thanks, Bert. Have a good night. Turn off those generators. Save yourself some financial stuff, and stay safe and warm. All right, I can look that up. Yeah. Let me look up Gutenberg's. All right, so your first level, and okay, so nothing. So you got a 0. Night, Bert. Good night, Bert. Who will? I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Not that. Don't show them that. No, not that. Show them this. Yeah, I rolled a 90. I mean, if you want to swap, the laws of probability are with you today, Gutenberg, and you can swap agility and intelligence. What did you have? 16. Oh, yeah, I see why you want to do that. Okay, so 2 plus level 3. You can exclamation D20 plus 3, and I will get the DCC book. And we will get you some spells. And then I will... Yeah, and then I will... And you want a sea witch, so it'll be like a wizard, and a wizard gets 4 spells at first level. So you can roll D20. Yeah, I don't think the bonuses work. We'll just have to add them on afterward. Four plus 3 is 7, which is, here it is. Comprehend languages. That's a good one in my games. It's not always about polymorph. It's not always about attack or polymorph. All right, so comprehend languages, number 1. You have 3 more spells to go. Go. 11, 14, thank you. Force manipulation. Very useful spell. An apple-sized ball you whack somebody with, or like a wall that you have for 8 hours. Yeah, that's a good one. There's a variety of uses for that thing. It's crazy how useful that spell is. Oh, shit. Plus 3, 19. Patron Bond. You can have a patron. And it says, if either Patron Bond or Invoke Patron is rolled, the wizard receives both. So you also get Invoke Patron for free. So Patron Bond, yep. Fate's like, ooh, I loves me some Patron Bond. Okay, so you've got, it's weird, like your rolls are just going up, up, up. Yes, I do. I do. It'll probably be one of three. I just have to look at my notes and see which one. Do you want an undead pirate king? Do you want a demigod of the sea? Or do you want... Oh, what's the third one? See, this is why I have notes. Undead pirate king, demigod of the sea, or... like a sea trickster, I guess? Sea trickster, like weather, half god, weather spirit, or undead pirate king. Excellent. Undead pirate king war coming up in 6 sessions. All right, cool. Put that on your character sheet. Patron Bond. I mean, you'll have to roll the Patron Bond. Okay, so you got Comprehend Languages, you got Force Manipulation, and then you got Patron Bond, which also got you Invoke Patron. 1, 2, 3. You have one more spell roll. Yeah. Roll again, because that turns out to be Invoke Patron, which you already have. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Choking Cloud, which I have an idea for to make it seaworthy. Seaworthy! Choking Cloud. Choking Cloud, yeah. All right. Choking Cloud, Comprehend Languages, Force Manipulation, Invoke Patron, and Patron Bond are your 5 spells. You can, on... Yes, I mean, that would make great streaming. Especially, you're already at sea, and Village of Death is the perfect time to do it. I mean, it couldn't work out more fabulously for us. Fabulously! It totally could not. Or hold on to it until the shit hits the fan tomorrow night and then try it. You know what I mean? You can do it whenever you want. It's your character. I'm just saying, like, there are some story opportunities that might really pull it all together. Oh man, I got goosebumps. It worked out so well. I gotta write this down. I gotta write down notes for myself, or I'm gonna totally space it because I've had such a day. Yeah. To make, like, you have already, so you've been wandering around the Macronectus. You have already found the books and somehow managed to, you see that being Gutenberg, you have an affinity for the written word. Oh man, this is like a poem. Yeah, so you find a grimoire as Gutenberg of the written word. And so you start studying, and it just comes naturally to you, especially while you're at sea. Yes. You get that one, and that just breaks open the whole grimoire for you. And suddenly you're like, and you know that meme where like math is going off around their head? That's you. Totally. All right. And you wanted the undead, what did I call it? What did I call it on the fly? Undead. Undead Pirate King. Which also means there are, what's your, I can just look this up. Unless you got a better string of adjectives than Undead Pirate King. Undead Space Pirate King. Oh, I made it better, but you can't have that one. That's a different game. All right, Gutenberg. Gutenberg the Bookbinder is Chaos. Yes, that's perfect. Chaos. And then is the and then the lawful is the third one. Oh man, this broadens the horizons of the stories I wanted to tell like so much suddenly. I think you just became the big bad in this story arc that I was trying to tell outside of what I'm trying to tell with you guys. All right, so there's that, and then there's the King of Tides. Yes, that totally fits into the lawful. There's a system to the tides, and that's how things go, and therefore you have to, yeah. The King of Tides. That's the lawful. You want me to pick the patron? Man, there's like, tell you what, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna let the dice decide on stream tomorrow. Like when you do it, we'll figure out which one heeds your call. Because your Gutenberg is chaotic, but it doesn't really preclude you from having a patron that's lawful or neutral. And it would be funny because there'll be like a little bumping of heads every once in a while in terms of how things should go or whatever. Or sometimes the patron will just be like, no, not going to give you power for that, or something like that, if it's not your alignment. So, and I think Undead Pirate King, the Storm Demigoddess, and the King of Tides would all really welcome to have you as an agent of their power on the prime material plane. No, there will be a good moment tomorrow to do it. And then, depending on what you get, we'll sort out a situation. I can totally see it in my head. Holy shit, I better write it down. I have been drinking a bottle of wine today, so and been going since 6:42 this morning. Okay, so if UPK SDG. Oh man, I'm totally gonna. Nice. Thank you for doing that, because I know I said we would alternate weeks, and this has been a week already, and it's Wednesday because of work calling me back, and then I work. The thing is, like, every day I work, I have to have 2 negative COVID tests, so I'm getting up and driving my broken ass car, which has a cracked radiator, 4 miles downtown. So I'm pouring in like a half gallon of antifreeze, driving, getting a COVID test, pouring the other half gallon of antifreeze in, and driving it back, and it just leaks it out when I get to the end of the trip. And so, and then the kid is mad at me because she feels that I don't have enough time for her right now, and I was like, no shit, Wednesdays suck, and I'm sorry, because it's weekly 1 page, and then it's paid D&D, and then it's grad school, and then it's holy crap, thanks for following Goat Dan 81. That's awesome. Right in the middle of my tirade about life. Everyone has life, and it sucks sometimes. Hence why we're doing Mischief, Sans Gold, and Piracy tonight, because Jesus Christ, that's another 500. You trying to make sure I donate all the tips I made last night? Yeah. I'm okay with it. I said all bits, all cheers and subscriptions tonight for this stream, I would match, and we're gonna give it to the Austin Area Urban League, who are doing this. Because Texas does not freeze once but every 20 years, and you don't harden infrastructure for that kind of event because it's expensive and it only happens once every 2 decades. And so the Austin Area Urban League, AAUL.org, is taking donations to provide shelter, food, water, clothing, and more this week in Texas right now. And even if if some of them want to be their own country, we still got to help them out, because, you know, if we had like a 3-week 100-degree drought up here in Wisconsin, I'm sure other people would get together and help us out too, because you can't have Wisconsin cheese and beer without Wisconsin, right? Okay. When I get my stream summary from today, I'll total it all up, I'll match it, and then I'll send it off to AAUL, and I'll put up a picture of the donation on the channel or in my Discord. What's my Discord? It's that. If you want to be on stream here at all the RPGs, we do a bunch of 1 and 2 shots, like we did 2nd edition Boot Hill, where we did 2 sessions of. We've got Claustrophobia coming up, where you're garden gnomes that get bored of standing around people's gardens, and Tales from the Loop. We're just going to play the beginner adventure for it and stuff like that. That's where we do all of the scheduling, right there on discord.io/2OG public. Right now, I'm processing stuff for the Swashbucklers, which I run. The Liching Hour plays in, along with some really other great players, tomorrow on Goodman Games Official on Twitch. Okay, so if it's that, then this. SDG does... did I say NATO? If you've ever been to the Liching Hour, if you haven't been to the Liching Hour, then I suggest you go check out the Liching Hour. My pal, who plays a lot of really great stuff and has some amazing games and shows over there. And yeah, that one with the jelly cubes and the and the pineapple. Don't incur the wrath of the pineapple, that's all I'm saying. And then the KOT. Well, I know what KOT is going to do. This is I'm trying to like plan it and not give it away at the same time. And I think it'll be okay. I think we're gonna have a good time tomorrow on Swashbucklers at Goodman Games Official. And then what else have we got coming up? What else is coming up? Oh yeah, totally. Yeah. He cost me a bounty. He could have just killed Suni and I'd have been fine. But oh no, he had to suicide himself. See, all these people suddenly wanting my NPC death crown. Like, oh, well, he died 6 times to NPCs. We should too. I super appreciate every follow, because that's one more email you'll get from me when I go live. Like, geez, why do I get all these emails? Is that Dan of MGC Dan? Goat Dan 81? I mean, because it sounds like it. Looking at that name. Let me see, what's it say? Oh yeah, created November 26, 2020. Yes, that is my longtime friend. I put all the pieces together there. Normally right now we'd be having like a pirate game, but everybody needed a break, including me, and so I just went on to building this map I've been building for the show. I've turned the weekly 1-page, so it's basically a 1-page adventure that I'm going to build over Monday, Wednesday, Friday streams, 12 to 2 Central, and I do. I get yours a lot. Sometimes I'm not home when I get them, and I'm like, who's running a show on their channel right now? Um, but it's great. I'm so glad that you have all made it to Twitch. And if there's anything I can do with you guys, uh, or if you want to come play some super cool online games with us, like on Monday we played Apocrypha, and it took like 2.5 hours for me to understand it, and then we were done in 2 hours and 45 minutes. But the Lich at the Liching Hour there, yeah, it was totally fun, wasn't it? See, do a bunch of the the best advice that I've got recently is like, just whatever you're gonna do on stream, just do it. It doesn't matter if people are there or not, because so like the map building and the statting, the DM prep and stuff, I end up just talking to myself a whole lot sometimes, and you know what? I'm okay with it. It helps me sort out the thoughts on what I want to do and things like that. Like this map came along eventually when I didn't know what I was going to do with it, and I was like, oh, maybe it's a cult, and now it's like a super cult of death. It's called the Cult of Entropic Inevitability, and their symbol is a spiral to represent the path of all life into the darkness of oblivion. And this all came from like audience interaction and me just making stuff on the fly. And now there's this symbol that shows up in a bunch of rooms that siphons life from people on it and supplies it to the Grand Master. And it's all just, it's like that high school class where he's like, open a blank page in the notebook and pick up a pen and stream of consciousness onto the page. And I was like, oh man, you're a pretentious ass. And now I'm like, holy shit, that's the most amazing way to create stuff sometimes, is that. We could totally figure something out. The Ticket Master, the Ticket King, will be happy to do something with you guys. I can't wait till we can see each other and play all games, and I can, you can vent to me and I can vent to you about like problems with stuff that shouldn't be problems. For those that don't know, I do on-site ticketing logistics. It's a term I made up for myself. On-site ticketing logistics for the Midwest Gaming Classic, which is this glorious, all-encompassing gaming trade show that happens right here in Milwaukee, hypothetically every spring. But this year's a little different. Yes, the Ticket King. Oh, there it is. Ticket King. Big eyes. Ticket King. That I didn't get to do last year, which makes me sad. Oh, you know what I found, though? Is images from 8 years ago when I was just like, we brought a bunch of board games. And then, like, Lance brought friends that had, like, Warhammer and shit. And we were like, we got 12 games you can play. Plaid Weasel! Man, I was all done for the night, but now I'm getting, like, energized. All these people showing up. I'm going to have to get some vodka and keep making stuff. Oh, also, anything that gets cheered or subscribed tonight, when I get my stream summary, I'm going to package all up. I'm going to match it because I went back to work. The Bucks called me back yesterday. And then we're going to donate it to AAUL.org, which is the Austin Area Urban League. And they're providing shelter, food, water, clothing, and whatever they can to the folks in Austin, which is the best city in Texas, really. It should just not be part of Texas. The 1, 2, 3 times I was there, definitely should not be there. But anything that's cheered or subscribed tonight, I'll even put $1 of my own money for every follow. And I think there's been 2 on this stream tonight. So any bits cheered, any subscriptions, and any follows, I will match or add $1 per follow, and then I will donate. On top of that, anyone that subscribes more than 100 bits, which is pretty much everyone that which cheers more than 100 bits, which is everyone that cheered today, will get this adventure, this one weekly one-page adventure that I'm working on. And there you go. And bits or subscriptions will get this adventure today. Because, I mean, I've been fortunate in that I got a lot of help to survive through the 48 weeks of unemployment. Yes, I'll tell you about that in a minute, Plaid. The 48 weeks of unemployment that I have been on, I got a lot of help from friends and government resources and whatnot. And I'm now, thanks that I'm back to work. Thank you, Milwaukee Bucks. I think I'm going to be all right. So I feel like it's time to spread a little love in terms of cash and caring. And so that's what we're going to do. Hey, that's a thing I added tonight. Oh yeah, I think we auto followed each other as soon as it went up. What is this huge long room, this long hard room called the Grand Masturbatory? Like a laboratory, masturbatory. What it's going to be is this: a collection of sculptures and busts and paintings and pieces of art celebrating the Grand Master of the cult of entropic inevitability. And I thought, what better name to have for a really long, stone, hard hallway full of images of yourself than the Grand Masturbatory. Nah, I think it might have like a very plush carpet that gets cleaned quite often. So then I was going to change it to like the proper spelling. And I was like, no, because it's the Grand Master who resides here. And he literally lays on that bed like a Samsung phone on a wireless charger, because the symbol underneath is drawing energy from various other places and powering him up. And I think they might be the big bad in the adventure. He's a master debater. Yeah, he's a master tirade in that he's going to have one of those villain monologues. And if you can get him between word 73 and 74 at the specific time when his face turns red, then you might just kill him on the spot. It's all right. I'll just associate those two accounts with you all together. I have 4 Twitch accounts. I understand the confusion sometimes. There's the Super Guido, which is my gaming title. There's 2OG Christopher, which was my rebranding. There's All the RPGs, which is this one. And there's 2OG Games, of course. So it's supposed to be clean. Well, just don't host this on there and you're fine. You're fine. A master of debate. Indeed. Indeedly. So Leanna, my 6-year-old, was helping me sort out this whole map earlier today. She was sitting like right here, and her face would show up for the weekly one-page session from noon to 2, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, here on All the RPGs Central Time. And I was doing this area, and she's like, Dad, that's not right. And I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, oh, it needs more blood. It's like, okay, random blood splurt. She's like, no, more. Random blood splurt. And then the audience, I was like, okay, audience, it's the torture chamber. How many? Oh, I got to put a door right there. They were like, I was like, how many? Yeah. I'm raising her right, dude. Yeah. I was like, okay, how many racks are there? How many torture racks are there? And someone was like 6. And I'm like, okay, so now it's like a barber shop where everybody has their own torture tools, like a COVID era pandemic barber shop. Like, dude, keep your hands off my torture rack. And then the funniest question she comes up with later, I was like, okay, so here's all the prison cells, and they all get a bed and a toilet. And she's like, who would put a toilet in the same place that they sleep? And I was like, well, no one. That's the point. And she's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, well, what happens if you sleep in that room? And she's like, it smells like poop. And I'm like, exactly. She's like, I don't get it. I'm like, well, if you're a prisoner, you don't really have any rights left to you, and therefore, there's no good place to put the toilet, because if you put it by your head, it's going to smell. If you put it by your feet, it's going to smell. But then what happened was the Gowlers and the Torturers got together and created a union, and they netted themselves a break room. And because of that, then I was like, oh, well, shit, the actual cult doesn't have a break room, which then this was not on the map this morning. And so now that's where they make the prison wine gross. And so now there's a cafeteria right off the Acolyte recruitment room, which is just adjacent to the public audience chamber, which is the main entrance to the cult caves. Why there's a main entrance to the cult caves, I don't know. I made it, and I still don't know. But people will come in and pay to be freed from their mortal coil. And so there's the Ascension Chamber right here. Notice the symbol there and in the rug and there and right there. It all channels energy into the Grandmaster. Even the Grotto, it's like a Playboy grotto, and the Harem. The whole thing, it's all about his own ego. Go figure. Cult leader. So there's this pool. We had a poll on Monday and decided that the Kool-Aid was purple. And so the poisonous Kool-Aid of Doom, daughter terminology, Kool-Aid of Doom, which she insisted it be called Kool-Aid of Doom, goes in this pool. And then, people get in the pool. They put down like weapons and stuff, which are just over here. And then they die. Because it's Kool-Aid of Doom. And then when the Kool-Aid of Doom pool gets full of like dead bodies, they drain it out through this underground tunnel, and you get stuck on the death strainer, which is where they strip you of your valuables, and then they let your corpse fall into whatever, and they recycle the death Kool-Aid. It's a very ergonomic kind of death cult. They're like, oh no, we're going to use the same. And she was like, Dad, what if we have green goo dripping into the death strainer on the edges? And I was like, man, that would be really cool, but do we want to taint the veracity of the Kool-Aid of Doom? And she's like, I don't know what you just said, but no. Because she's 6. But if she knows veracity of the Kool-Aid of Doom by the time she's 8, I'll be pleased. I'll be a very proud papa. So, and then of course there's like an armory that'll have a secret door over here, and Acolyte housing, and the temple. So the temple, the symbol of the cult, remember, is a spiral of all life towards inevitable oblivion. There are parties, there are groups of players who will always take a left. And so this is a joke where they're going to take a left and a left and a left and a left. And hopefully they'll figure out that they're going nowhere fast before they get to this temple, which is it's a trap. Don't ask about master debaters. Oh no, she wasn't here when I made the masturbatory. That was a late night thing. The bathhouses and the toilets she was here for. She's like, Dad, what if you, me, and Mom all took a bath together in these 15-foot long bathtubs? And I was like, no. At that point, it's almost called a swimming pool, and no. She's 6. Of course not. She doesn't even know there was a Jamestown. All right, catching up on chat. Okay, cool. All right, we're all caught up on chat. So, so this is now 2-4. Like I had originally thought that like on Mondays I'll do map making, on Wednesdays I'll do the who, what, where, the stats, and then on Friday will be the frame up or the layout in Adobe InDesign. What I've found since then is that I started making the map just randomly, and the story popped out, and I was like, oh. So then I started doing Wednesday work on Monday, and then in between Monday and Wednesday, I did a little bit of other decorating, and now it's almost done, and I'm pretty sure I'm ready to put it all into InDesign for Friday. Like, I got to do a little work on the temple, and definitely do a little work on the Grand Masturbatory. And then I think it's done. I mean, and the whole point was I was going to test the watercolor stamps that Incarnate, which is what I'm building this in, released recently. And I'm just going to leave that right there. And you can decide for yourselves if the watercolors stamps look cool or not. I think that shows it off really well, because if you come down here and you look at this, like, oh, this is all kind of boring and bland and browns and stuff, and it works because that's what I want. I want acolytes to have shitty beds, and I want the armory to be all brown. But then when you get up here, you're like, whoa, the colors. Like Lich said, it's like the old Slave Pits series of modules, where you're in this standard square dungeon and you open a door and you're like, why are these mushrooms glowing, and where did the order go? And now it's all chaos. And I think this is really good. This turned out better than I thought it was gonna, actually. And it only took me 6.5 hours. Children's Guide to Heaven's Gate, yes. Well, you know, she's still on dinosaur documentaries. I'll work her up to that stuff, guys. Thanks for the input. She would probably love that. She's like, so all the dinosaurs are dead now? I'm like, yes. She's like, cool. Dad, can we play Animal Crossing and go dig up fossils? And I was like, yes, but why? And she's like, oh, because they're dead. Then as she was going to sleep today, she's sleeping under her loft bed, and she like pulls the curtain to the side, and she's like, hey Dad, I'm worried about fires. And I was like, now? You're worried about fires now? She's like, yeah. What happens if there's a fire? And I was like, well, the smoke alarms will wake us up before anything serious happens. She's like, well, what if I'm sleeping on the loft bed? I'm like, do you remember when Dad cooked last in the oven and the smoke alarm went off and we didn't see any smoke anywhere? That's what's gonna happen. And she's like, oh, okay, cool. And then she goes to sleep. She didn't ask that question yet. we'll hold off on that one. I'll be like, well then, grab the hedgehog and run. Oh, grab the hedgehog and run. Ooh, yeah. Oh, and run, because we have a pet hedgehog. Who doesn't have a pet hedgehog? You're missing out. They sleep 99% of the time, especially in winter. Then you put a hair scrunchie on them, tied to some string, and you let them go run around for a while in the yard or whatever. Okay, I have completely derailed the anything having to do with making games right now. All right, but we got spells done for the Liching Hour, who you can find casting those spells tomorrow night on Goodman Games Official on the Swashbucklers, which is him and some other great players playing and me running a nautical piratey campaign in DCC. I've got a whole bunch of stuff. It was actually open earlier. What's that? Nope, that's his character. And then I'll be back here on Friday from 12 to 2 Central to finish this. I'm going to do some Adobe InDesign tricks because it's supposed to be a one sheet, but I feel like there's going to be an expansion of text. I haven't even like laid out a bunch of the text yet. I might do that during the day tomorrow. Just put it all out, like what's the description and encounter in like Acolyte Recruitment or Ascension Chamber or whatever. And then DCC wizards are really cool. You roll, and how high or low your roll is determines on what happens So that's why this book is so large and heavy, because this is like Lich got some really cool spells for his character Gutenberg. Figures Gutenberg gets a grimoire, a printed grimoire. Gutenberg. And the spells. Oh, Lich, you also have to roll mercurial magic for all of them. Now, rules as written say when a wizard learns a new spell, you roll on table 5 to determine how that spell manifests. And it's percentile plus luck modifier times 10. So there's some really cool stuff in there. Fuck yeah, I do. Yeah, there's some really awesome stuff in there. I had a spell where I literally just didn't care about the spell. I only wanted the mercurial effect every time. So, and the character sheets should have a place for that. So like if I go to first level right here, and then scroll down the spell book, each spell, when you add one, has 3 fields, here, here, and here. So mercurial magic can go there, and you could roll it and then just put in whatever it says from the book. And then the spell manifestation, which is like 1d4, but the spell manifestation and the spell description, literally all of them are like, once you roll it the first time, it always manifests the same way, and the mercurial magic is the same effect each time. And then the spell effect, usually I just do like at first level, you can put in like 1 to 24, because if you're getting over a 24 on most spells, then I'll gladly look it up because it's going to be epic. But if you it's hard to get to a 24 at first level, if you know what I mean. It's hard to get 24. It's at first level. And then that's it. And then just you add all your spells. And he naturally rolled Patron Bond, which gave him Invoke Patron, which means he has an extra spell. But I think this will be great. And then what I'll do is I'll go in and I'll alter the spells to give them a seagoing twist. I won't change any of the numbers. I might change the manifestation of them. That's awesome. That's what I like to hear. But I might go in and give them like more story based as part of like building this Sea Witch class that I wanna have. I cannot find the notes. I've looked around. I've talked to Michael. I don't know where all my notes are on the 12 DCC seagoing classes I wanted to write. So I'm just gonna write it from memory, including the Sea Witch, which will be like a wizard, slightly hardier. Wizard says, since you're there, you're in the audience. Wizard says, according to the book here, that your says your hit points are 1d4. So we're gonna bump that to let's see. Clerk gets 1d8. Thief, I think, is 1d6. So it'll be 1d5 for hit points. Plus whatever your stamina bonus is, if you have one. I can just look, since I'm looking at your character sheet right now. Stamina, +1. So 1d5 plus 1 for your first level. And then like frantically taking notes. And then as part of, depending on which patron you get when you do your Patron Bond, preferably tomorrow during the story, I will have like a specific, I don't know what to call it, skill, special ability that'll be for each one. So I know what this one is. I know what this one is. So there'll be like a non-spell ability that I'll give you, because it'll be part of your Patron Bond if you roll high enough. No, if you successfully roll on the Patron Bond, it'll be one of these. And then what's the interesting ability for that? I don't know. All right, I have 2 out of the 3 patrons already have interesting like special abilities that I'll give you, just to differentiate it from like a regular wizard. So you'll get your spells and spellburn and stuff like that, but you'll also get this ability that you can use just like a spell. Like if it doesn't bomb when you use it, you can keep using it that day. Yeah, I like that. That'll be good. And then corruption. It depends. The ability depends on the patron. Like I have 2 of the 3 laid out right now. Like in my mind, I know what they do. I just wrote them down. And then the corruption will all be like C based, unless it's really bad. And then, maybe they part you and your body starts turning to sand where there is no seawater. And that's a terrible corruption. Your arm just falls off. Yes, your special ability is polymorph into a pile of salt. A pillar of salt. That's what happens. That's your new corruption. I'll write that down now. I don't think there's a snap lens for pillar of salt. Where's our sea witch? Oh, it's this one right here. Don't lick him. He doesn't like coming back from that. He doesn't like coming back from that and having like people's tongues have been all over him. But the food will taste better anytime you're around. All right, it's time for me to go. Is there anyone we know streaming currently? Let's see. Let me go to all the RPGs and see if someone I'm following is I'm going to start closing some stuff down. Close this down. This is saved 2 minutes ago. All right. That's going to shrink down. If you're looking for something to do in the near future, on Friday, I will be live right here. Tomorrow, Goodman Games Official at 9 p.m. Central. 9 p.m. Central? I don't remember. Oh shit, there's a bunch of people. Maddie Morgs, DOK, TVMGC. What's TVMGC? You came here, we're going there. 8 p.m. Central. All right. Raid TVMGC, because that's the place where I do the on-site ticketing logistics. So we're going to go raid them in a minute. 8 p.m. Central tomorrow on twitch.tv/Goodman Games Official, the Swashbucklers. And then Friday morning, I've disappeared and become a symbol. Friday afternoon, Central, noon to 2, I'll be here finishing this map and module I've been working on. And I don't know what I got going on Saturday. I guess you have to come back and find out. And I'm out. Thanks, everyone. I will wrap up all the cheers and follows, and if there's any subscriptions, I will get it all together. I will match it, $1 per follow, and then I will send it off to the Austin Area Urban League to help those poor people down in Texas, the Austin area, who are having problems with food and water and shelter and things like that. And now we're going to raid TV MGC, which is Midwest Gaming Classic.